10 FAQs about myself. First one, where do I come from? I'm Romanian and I'm 37. Second here is, what's my expertise? My expertise is, I've co-run an HR software business for a number of years. I've hired upwards of 150 freelancers for my own projects. And probably also my expertise right now is, as of shooting this video in April the 4th, I think, I helped over 150 people receive job offers, primarily at Amazon. So also probably interesting to know is that nowadays I also doing a small experiment where I measure how many people do actually get hired and send me thank you notes each day. And I'm happy to report that for the month of March, that number is closer to 0.7 people each day, which gives more than 250 people a year. So this is combined from multiple sources, from my YouTube channel, from my other services. How did I become an interview coach? This is number 3. I actually become an interview coach by accident, because around February last year, people have started asking me, "Hey Dan, can you help me with my interview?" And I was quite reluctant at that time because I didn't feel comfortable providing a new service. However, as I got curious about the initiative, and the people that contacted me were quite interesting, and the opportunity sounded quite exciting. So I decided to make a poll, and I actually made multiple polls, one of which was here on YouTube. And I remember that upwards of 100 people thought it was a good idea. So I said, why not? I mean, I'm also using this as a unique learning experience. And it's quite cool, to be honest with you, for the most part. Also to be noted here that I coached many people in the past, just not specifically for interviews. So I've done career coaching in the past. Number 4, have I ever worked for Amazon? No, I've never worked for Amazon or for any other company for that matter, except my own company. And by the way, I don't think that having worked for Amazon would made any difference. I believe it would be quite the contrary. Just one more note here, if I may. The interview with Amazon is so well advertised that I don't believe you could possibly give anything else which is interesting had you worked for Amazon in the past, because simply the process is so well known and so well structured. Number 5, how come you know so much about Amazon and their hiring? Well, so a couple of things. First, I have a leadership series on my channel, which is one of the biggest on YouTube. That's how I learned about these principles first. I've been involved in HR software, but that's probably not relevant to the Amazon interview, to the actual interview. You should know that I've been, whenever I was involved in HR software, I've been also researching quite a ton. So I've been a researcher and consider myself even a researcher right now. So I've been doing these things sun up, sun down for a number of years. So, I learned by doing. And, if whenever you hired 200 people, you have to learn 1 or 2 things about the process. But again, this is not the main thing, to know the particularities of a hiring process. No, it's the thing is, about yourself when you go into job interview to do the best performance for the role that you're applying for. Number 6, if I coach for any other companies, sure. I actually helped quite a number of people to get jobs with Facebook primarily, but also through other types of companies, even non-tech companies such as AB InBev. But primarily, for the tech I also help people in the construction industry. So for some pretty large construction businesses, of course, for senior roles, even for executive roles. But I also help people at Google, Apple, and even Netflix. What's the plan with YouTube? And if I if some of you have noticed that I slow down the publishing schedule via YouTube, and this primarily happened because I was really busy with my other businesses. So on YouTube, as of right now, happy to report that I have one video scheduled for each Sunday for the remainder of 2020. So unless I change my mind and decide to publish them even faster, there will be at least one video per week. I'm working also on some training programs, and this is ongoing work for almost a year now. Those are very complex. And the thing is, with YouTube, I try to make something whenever I find a good idea. And this actually brings me to my next point, which is probably a critic that I receive the most here on YouTube. Why am I not spending more time on quality of the videos, on the quality of the videos that I make? And here I would mainly disagree on how do you define quality, because I believe quality primarily right now is defined by the quality of the content. So what I tell you matters more than the intro or the thumbnails and all the other stuff. So content is king in this situation, and I believe that my content makes sense, to say the least. The other thing you should keep in mind is each and every video that I post is the result of an idea that I have, and that idea often comes from coaching people and from seeing some interesting behaviors that I thought would be worthwhile mentioning with you. And also, while coaching people, you get many ideas. So while you get some of these ideas, also share here with you. So that's why I define quality of the video. Now, I'm well aware that YouTube is an entertainment platform, and I'm well aware also that these interviews should be entertaining as well to a certain extent. And yes, I'm making plans to invest more, even hire a team to produce my videos, even consider someone for helping me with the content. And by the way, if you think you could help, please shoot me an email or something. But as of right now, the main focus has been on the ideas, on the content that I want to transmit. So I'm in the content business right now. If I, of course, some of the best, some of the most successful videos on my channel are also the ones that received the most attention when it comes to producing them. For example, how to answer why Amazon would be with the simplest example of a successful video on my channel. So yes, I hear you when it comes to the entertainment part. It's just that it has to come gradually. So I had to really make an investment to ensure that I share with you only the relevant information about these things. And by the way, the equipment that I use right now is by no means cheap. So if you compare the first videos I made with these ones right now, you'll see there's a considerable improvement in the quality of the presentation, right? So that's also something that took me a couple of years, years to find out. Number 9, why am I not accepting donations? So you might see it now that there are people who get hired, and some of them also ask you, but how can I thank you? The best way to thank me is to send me these thank you notes, because it helps keeping track of some of the more interesting statistics. Basically, I have a self-sustained model. In other words, I am also generating money from this business. So I don't think that donations would make sense. Well, except if I launch a non-profit. But I've been thinking about that idea for some time. Maybe if I find that it's an idea that's worthwhile the time invested into it, yes, maybe I'll also start a non-profit, especially for this purpose, for this scenario. But the best way, and I'm very thankful for every thank you note of people that receive offers with any company, not just Amazon. This is what really helps with this channel. And finally, am I affiliated with anyone, with Amazon, Facebook, or whomever else? No, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, and probably if I'll ever become affiliated, which I don't plan to, you'll be the first to know about these things. So there you go, 10 FAQs about myself.